A war-torn, landlocked country with a population of over 40 million people is embarking on a project to save its people from drought, hunger, and famine. Afghanistan has faced tribulations that have upended its social structure, and now, without help from other parts of the world, Afghanistan is rebuilding. In order to do this, Afghanistan is doing the unthinkable. It is building a massive artificial canal in the desert, which is set to become the largest artificial river in Asia. What is the nature of this watery project? Where is the funding coming from? And how will this landlocked country ever achieve such a feat? Stick with us as we analyze this colossal project belched from the bowels of uncertainty. This is Stark Luxury. If you are not subscribed to this channel, what are you waiting for? You don't want to miss out on our exciting new releases. Let's proceed. Located in Central Asia, Afghanistan is a country that has endured years of conflict, 40 years of outright war and invasions, making it a red-hot zone and unfit for visitors. This evolving climate, coupled with the unfavorable aridness of its lands, has led to insufficient water for farming. This has unequivocally led to food shortages and a downward spiral that has left many in extreme hardship. There was an urgent need to get back to producing adequate food for its citizens. This is how the Kosh-Tepa Canal idea was birthed. The Taliban have embarked on a mega project to build the Kosh-Tepa Canal, a massive 285 kilometers long, 100-meter wide artificial river, which will put a $500 million dent in their piggy bank. There is just a small matter of where the water will come from, interestingly. The Amu Darya River is fingered as the only water source. The Amu Darya River is shared by Afghanistan, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan, Kyrgyzstan, and Tajikistan. At least 20% of the Kosh-Tepa water will be siphoned from the Amu Darya. While this seems like a great idea, a conflict of interest looms in Central Asia, one which foresees a clash between the countries involved. The construction of the canal raises concerns in Turkmenistan and Uzbekistan, as a reduced water flow from the Amu Darya will greatly affect agriculture, industrial activities, and their economy in general. These downstream countries are also dependent on the Amu Darya River, and this diversion would not only affect agriculture in the region, but would worsen the ecological problems in the region. It is no news that the Amu Darya is shrinking, and the project would certainly have diminishing effects on the river. In 2019, a report by the World Resources Institute showed that 17 countries with exceptionally high water scarcity, including Afghanistan, depend on rivers flowing from mountains. These rivers are formed from climate changes that are causing ice glaciers to melt. Afghanistan's need for foreign aid and food resources is at an all-time high due to insufficient food production to meet the needs of its population. The country experiences sporadic rainfall and relies on melting snow to sustain its rivers. All water management systems have been demolished due to incessant war. The Kosh-Tepa isn't a new project. It had been on the ideation phase since 1970 and only began in 2021 under the last Democratic president, Ashraf Ghani, right before the Taliban took over power in August 2021. The Taliban decided to reinstate the project and began work in 2022. $100 million was approved for the construction of the project, which was a significant quarter of the country's tax income. The Taliban released a video in 2023 showing the 100-kilometer progress already made on the project, with the promise that soon enough, the project will be complete and it would greatly impact the lives of its people. The project provided over 5,500 jobs at 120 sites, with as many as 3,300 machinery units employed in the construction process. Local contractors spearheaded the project, and about $91 million had been spent on the previous stages. Acquiring international funding for this project may not be fruitful, so as an alternative, plans are well on the way to generate funding internally through the sales of mines, specifically the Darayi Suf coal mines. Initially, the project was estimated to be completed by 2028, but it would likely be completed in 2025 ahead of the proposed date. What will the completion of the Kosh-Tepa Canal do for Afghanistan? Many lives would be changed and families uplifted from abject poverty after the completion of the canal. Afghanistan has experienced years of consecutive severe drought, which has affected the soil. However, adequate water from the canal can be used to irrigate over 550,000 hectares of desert, increasing arable land by 1/3 and increasing agricultural productivity, which in turn would foster economic growth. The project is aimed at self-sufficiency and providing an avenue where the nation can grow its food and profit from local trades. It will also provide at least 250,000 jobs for residents. The project is a significant determinant of the Taliban's ability to govern without aid and interference from other nations. Engineering experts have lent their voices on the matter, stating that the mega canal may face problems in its construction and operation. The canal design is yet to be sealed with concrete, which will affect the quality of water as the impure water from the ground would mix with the fresh water that is channeled from the Amu Darya River. Another problem is the intricate issue of water rights, which has never been brought to the table. Afghanistan isn't a member of any international body and does not partake in any treaty. Therefore, the allocation of water and the rights to channel massive volumes from a river utilized by various countries is still very much a gray area. Water allocation in the entire Central Asia is structured by the Almaty Agreement, which allows joint management, utilization, and protection of water resources within the parties Kazakhstan, Kyrgyz Republic, Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, and Uzbekistan. Based on the 1992 treaty, these republics have equal rights and responsibilities to water resources. This treaty regulates usage and applies to everyone. Well, all except Afghanistan, who had long been excluded as it had been more focused on internal conflicts. To tackle this problem, there have been suggestions to include Afghanistan in the International Treaty on Water Usage in the Amu Darya Basin in order to avoid future problems. This would be critical in order to sustain water resources while battling climate change and incessant water scarcity. The Interstate Commission for Water Coordination in Central Asia predicted that the Kosh-Tepa Canal would increase regional tension in its completion, as it would reduce the flow of the Amu Darya downstream. Therefore, mutual agreements and negotiation water resources would ensure mutual considerations promoting regional cooperation. The Taliban's ability to navigate through the hurdles of leadership and to cooperate with surrounding countries would also determine the success of this project and the future of the people of Afghanistan. What are your thoughts on this project? Do you think this project could be completed without foreign aid? Let us know in the comments. As always, we rely on your support to keep the channel going. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. That's all from us, and we'll see you in the next one.